So I work with pre-service teachers at ASU, but I also co-founded an organization called New Directions Institute for Infant Brain Development. You can tell by that title that I've gotten very interested in infants and very young children. The very encouraging thing about early childhood development is that finally, because of technology, because of the ability to look inside her brain while her brain is working, and to look inside the brains of very little children while the brain is wiring up, the scientists actually do know what matters. A piece of research I'm going to share with you that I want you to share with anybody and everybody that you meet. And that is some research out of the University of Kansas called Meaningful Differences. Some of you might have heard of this study. What Meaningful Differences tells us, and it's been replicated now several times, the American Academy of Pediatrics wants us to share this with parents. They wanted doctors to share this with parents, but you know what? Doctors don't have time to do that. Their caseload is too high. This message is not getting out, but it can get out through First Things First. And that is that the amount of talk, the sheer number of words that a child hears in birth to 3, this is the biggie, has a direct linear relationship to that child's later testable IQ. Just the sheer number of words. And you know that little phrase, talk is cheap? That is absolutely not true where early childhood is concerned. Talk is the most valuable thing that you can do with, children can understand language far earlier than they can speak. So this idea, again, of the teen mom, I'm going to talk to the baby when she can talk to me. The baby's already understanding language. That first year, the brain is in a massive computer inborn program, is detecting its own language, is detecting the difference between the words and the pauses between the words, those kinds of things. At lightning speed, that's what's going on in the brain of a child. So the ability to tune into that and get in sync with the child as they're learning language is really critical. So that when they start to speak, they have this vast array of words and experiences that they know how to begin labeling. Did you know that if you don't, in teaching language, if you don't point to something while you're labeling it, the likelihood of the child to learn that word goes way down. So by instinct, we've done this our whole lives. You've got the baby on your hip, and you're going around, you're trying to think of something to do with this kid, right? And you're going through your house and you're pointing out, oh, this is a picture of Grandma. She was over, you're talking about it, and then this is, you're labeling the names of things. Pointing simultaneously with labeling is how the brain detects that this word that I've just said actually means this water bottle. So, speaking words, they will learn to speak by being spoken to, up close and personal, not TV, by the way. Any of us who are delivering these messages to parents need to keep this in mind. That even though early childhood is so important, and the gene can change, and the DNA can change, and all this sort of thing, is to put it in the larger context of that you never give up on a kid. Never. In my own life, it became really important. I mean, if I had believed the doctors and said, she'll never walk, she'll never talk, maybe I wouldn't have spent so much time talking to her. I don't know. So the belief and the real clear knowledge that we all have is that families with young children can learn new skills, they can learn new information, and they will apply it directly to their children because of one reason: they love their kids. What an odd thing it is that you sort of can't talk in a professional setting about the word love. We can talk about dysfunction all day long, but we can't talk about love. It really is the heart of taking information that is new and sharing it in ways that is helpful, based on the sheer, pure knowledge that parents love their children, and they will do better. I did what I knew, and when I knew better, I did better.